Good morning, students. This is 9th standard biology video class, video 2. In this video, we are going to continue the lesson Environmental Science. Dear students, in the previous video class, we have seen what is biogeochemical cycle, then two types of factor which is occurring in the environment, that is biotic factor and abiotic factor. And also we have seen what is water cycle, what are all the process which is taken place in the water cycle. Up to this only we have seen in the previous video class. Now we are going to see the another type of cycles which is occur in the environmental condition and also adaptation in animals. So this is all the topic we are going to see this video. Dear students, this is the diagram which are showing the water cycle. This diagram is very important for diagrammatic question. In this diagram, we are going to see the different environmental condition, hill station, land region, pond, river, sea and ocean water. For all this water resources, the water is evaporated in the form of water vapor, and the water vapors are stored in the clouds and which are modified into dark clouds. That process is called condensation. Then the water which are covered with dust particle present in the atmosphere and it falls on in the form of rains. That process is called precipitation. Another one, in the land region, the solid particles are burns. It will be modified into vapor state by the process is called sublimation. Then this water vapor is also stored in the cloud region. That process called condensation. Then again it will be moving from one region to another region and falls as a rain on the top of the hill station. So dear students, the water which is precipitated on the hill region, it is run in the form of river water and also it will be enter into the pond region. Below the ground level, the groundwater is there. So this groundwater is taken by the plants. The plants which are required for water for photosynthetic purpose. Remaining water is evaporated in the form of water vapor by a process called transpiration. So these are all the different process in which water which is entered into the atmosphere in the form of water vapor and also it will be precipitated in the form of rain on the earth region. So this is the cycle taken place in the environment is known as water cycle. Then the next cycle is nitrogen cycle. Dear students, nitrogen is very important for the plants, for the growth and development. But this nitrogen is present in the atmosphere in the form of gaseous state. The percentage of nitrogen in the atmosphere is 78%. This nitrogen cycle consists of different essential components, that is protein, DNA and chlorophyll. Then this nitrogen is needed for all the living organisms such as plants and animals. These plants and animals unable to utilize the nitrogen from the atmosphere. So this nitrogen which is modified into ammonia acid or nitrates. After this formed, this type of formation only, plants and animals are taking their nitrogen minerals in their body. So that the nitrogen cycle is occur in the environment is very important process for the uptake of nitrogen in the form of ammonia or nitrate by the plants and animals. So this nitrogen cycle is occur in different process. The first process is nitrogen assimilation. Assimilation means storing of the nitrogen. Dear students, plants intake, that means taking nitrogen in the form of nitrate ions. These nitrate ions are useful to make the organic matter such as protein and nucleic acid. So for the formation of protein and nucleic acid, plants which are intaking nitrogen in the form of nitrate ions. Some of the herbivorous animals. What is herbivorous animals? Plant eating animals. That means animals which are eating the plant parts. For example, rabbit, squirrel, goat, cow, sheep, buffalo, so deer. These are all the animals which are eating only the plant parts. So these herbivorous animals which are modified this plant protein, because these animals are eating, what is that one? Plant body, isn't it? So the plant body which are containing the proteins. So that plant proteins are modified into animal protein by the herbivorous animals. Another animals, that is carnivorous animals. Carnivorous animals means flesh eating animals. They are eating flesh of other animals, is known as carnivorous animals. These carnivorous animals synthesize means produced protein from the food material. So this is said to be nitrogen assimilation. So carnivorous animals known as flesh eating animals. So these carnivorous animals such as lion, tiger, human beings, we are eating the flesh of other animals. So from that other animals we are getting proteins in our body. First of all, herbivorous animals, they are getting protein by eating the plant parts. Okay. From that herbivorous animals, human beings and other animals which are eating flesh of other animals, they are taking protein from their body. That is known as nitrogen assimilation. That means storage of nitrogen. Next, ammonification. So ammonification means the nitrogen which is converted into ammonia. That is known as ammonification. Formation of ammonia is known as ammonification. So this is the process decomposition. Decomposition means splitting of nitrogenous waste by putrefying bacteria and fungi into ammonium compounds is called ammonification. I told you, the first line itself I told you, formation of ammonia from the nitrogen compound is known as ammonification. So that's why they given the process decomposition. That means a nitrogen is a complex substance, means it is modified into simpler substance. For example, a large stone is a nitrogen. It is a complex substance which is break into simpler pebbles. Chinna chinna kalla matram. That is said to be, what is that one? Decomposition process. So this decomposition process of nitrogenous waste is taken place by two microorganisms. One is putrefying bacteria and fungi. So these two microorganisms which converts nitrogenous waste material into ammonium compounds is called ammonification. Then the animal proteins are excreted. Animal proteins means, so animals which are eating plant parts, they are liberating the waste material, sanam அப்படின்னு சொல்றோம் இல்லையா, waste material of an animals in the form of urea, uric acid or ammonia. That means the animal proteins are excreted, means liberated outside from the animal body in the form of two nitrogenous waste. One is uric acid, another one is the urea. So this urea and uric acid decomposed by two bacteria, that is by two microorganisms such as putrefying bacteria and fungi, that is animal protein, dead animals and plant parts into ammonium compounds. That is said to be ammonification. So formation of ammonia from the waste material, nitrogenous waste material which we are getting from the plant parts, animal parts and animal protein converted into ammonia. That process is called ammonification. So the next process is nitrogen fixation. That means the nitrogen which is present in the atmosphere in the form of gaseous state. So this nitrogen is fixed into the soil is known as nitrogen fixation. See the definition. Nitrogen fixation is the conversion, that means modification of atmospheric nitrogen in which inert form means gaseous state, into reactive compound available to living organism. So that gaseous form of a nitrogen which is modified into useful form. That useful forms are taken by the plants and animals or living organism. So this nitrogen fixation is taken place by different types of bacteria and blue-green algae, otherwise known as cyanobacteria. So nitrogen fixation process, conversion of nitrogen fixation, that means nitrogen gas into available form of nitrogen to take plants and animals. So this conversion is taken place by number of bacteria and blue-green algae, otherwise known as cyanobacteria. Then some other plants known as leguminous plants. So leguminous plants means all the pulses variety. பருப்பு வகைகள்னு சொல்கிறோம் இல்லையா, துவரம் பருப்பு, கடலை பருப்பு, உளுந்து, பச்சை பருப்பு, கொண்டக்கடலை, வேர்க்கடலை, மொச்சை, தட்டைப்பயிறு அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறோம். So these plants are known as leguminous plants like pea plant, அவரைக்காய், கொத்தரங்காய் அதெல்லாம் சொல்கிறோம் இல்லையா, பீன்ஸ், அதெல்லாம் வந்து pea and beans have a symbiotic relationship. Symbiotic means mutual understanding relationship. நான் ஒன்று கொடுத்தா நீ எனக்கு ஒன்று கொடுக்கணும். That is said to be symbiotic relationship with nitrogen fixing bacteria rhizobium. That means the rhizobium is the bacteria which is fixing atmospheric nitrogen into the soil. This rhizobium bacteria, it's living in the root of leguminous plants. And the leguminous plants oda rootla this rhizobium is inhabited. So this rhizobium taking food material from the leguminous plants. In turn, adukku badala this rhizobium is fixing the atmospheric nitrogen into the soil. So the soil contain water. The nitrogen which is dissolved in the water is taken up by the leguminous plants. So that's why these two living organisms are showing the symbiotic relationship is known as nitrogen fixation. So this rhizobium occur in the root nodules of leguminous plants and fix the nitrogenous compounds. This is known as nitrogen fixation by nitrogen fixing bacteria and blue-green algae. Dear students, see the diagram. This is the nitrogen cycle. So this nitrogen cycle showing the different process. First one is the nitrogen fixing bacteria which are converting the ammonium. So this again, this nitrification and nitrifying bacteria which converts ammonium into nitrate. Then these nitrates are modified into nitrates by nitrifying bacteria. Then these nitrates are taken place by plants by the denitrifying the bacteria. Then the formation of nitrate into ammonium is known as ammonification. Then here in the soil, the decomposers such as bacteria and fungi, aerobic and anaerobic bacteria and fungi, which are decomposes the nitrate. Then the plants which are taking the nitrates for the growth development. From this plant, the herbivorous animals are taking the nitrogen compound. Then once again, the plant body and the animal bodies are buried under the soil, decomposes into nitrogen. So these nitrogen once again enter into the atmosphere by the bacteria is known as denitrifying bacteria. So these are all the different processes occur in the nitrogen cycle. Dear students, the last process of nitrogen cycle is nitrification. So the ammonium compounds formed by ammonification process are oxidized to soluble nitrate. The formation of nitrate is known as nitrification. For this nitrification process, the bacteria which are responsible for this process is known as nitrifying bacteria. Some of the microorganisms involved in the nitrogen cycle given in the table column. First role played in the nitrogen cycle, then name of the microorganism. First one, nitrogen fixation is taken place by Azotobacter present in the soil, Rhizobium present in the root of leguminous plants, blue-green algae present in the nostoc. Then ammonification is taken place by putrefying bacteria and fungi. Nitrification is taken place by Nitrosomonas bacteria and Nitrobacter bacteria. Denitrification, that means once again this nitrogen is entered into the atmosphere by the bacteria is known as denitrification bacteria. Example, Pseudomonas. So the last process of the nitrogen cycle is denitrification. The free living soil, that means the bacteria which is present in the soil known as Pseudomonas species, reduce the nitrate ions of soil into gaseous nitrogen. This gaseous nitrogen finally enter into the atmosphere. So that is said to be denitrification. So these are all the different processes occur in the nitrogen cycle. So nitrification, then ammonification, then nitrogen fixation, nitrification and denitrification are the different processes occur in the environment to fix the atmospheric nitrogen into the soil for the uses of living organisms such as plants and animals. So next we are going to see the human impacts on nitrogen cycle. That means how human activities affects the nitrogen cycle process. First one is the burning of fossil fuels. That means we are burning the material that is said to be fossil fuels. Application of nitrogen based fertilizer. So for in the agriculture field, the farmers, that means Ulavargal, they are spraying the nitrogen contents fertilizer, chemical fertilizer, and other activities of the human can increase the amount of biologically available nitrogen in an ecosystem. Then nitrogen applied to agriculture field enter rivers and marine system. So if you are spraying the fertilizer which are containing nitrogen, that will be dissolved in the river water and marine water. Through the river it will be enter into the marine system. So these impacts of human beings alters the biodiversity, changes the food web structure in the environment and destroys the total general habitat of living organism which is present in the environment. So that is said to be the human impact of nitrogen cycle. One of them, burning of the fossil fuels, application of nitrogen fertilizer which are affect the natural environmental condition. Not only that, it destroys the general habitat. Habitat means living place of an organism. That is said to be human impacts on nitrogen cycle. Dear students, I hope have you all understood what is nitrogen cycle, different process of nitrogen cycle and human impact of nitrogen cycle. Up to this, I conclude my video. Remaining, we will see in the next video class. God bless you. All the best, children.